What is going on, everybody? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started.
Yeah,
Right.
cool. So, yeah, just to sort of kick things off. So if you're unfamiliar, I'm Rob. I am a product lead at Everfit, and I also head up the Everfit Academy. And then I'll hand it over to Joey to give yourself a quick introduction as well.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? I'm Joey, so I'm a product specialist here at Everfit. I kind of speak to gym owners and personal trainers just to see how our platform can best suit your businesses.
Cool. So yeah, super excited today. As you're all aware, we're going to talk through how to really master the payments and packages tooling on Everfit to help you, drive revenue growth and ultimately build a more sustainable business as well. So, a couple of things we're going to cover today. Firstly, we'll look at the business impact of having a strong payment system. Um, then we'll look at some of the key differences in some of the Everfit terminology, particularly focused around like packages and sequences, because I know there can be a little bit of confusion, particularly if you're first starting out there. We'll also talk about like Stripe integration as well and how to set that up. We'll next look at some promo codes and free trials and how to use those effectively. And then we'll also touch on some Everfit package analytics and what you can use those for as well. So we'll kick things off by just kind of taking an overview of why payments and packages are really important to a business. So as a few people already alluded to in the chat, some common challenges that you face when you don't have a payment system set up is that manual tracking of payments, right? So having to have some kind of spreadsheet or list where it reminds you to send out some form of payment to your clients on certain dates. Now that can be, more challenging as well if you have people that pay on different dates and things like that as well, and keeping on top of that. Then the other part is chasing clients up for payments as well. So I think somebody mentioned that in the chat before, but it can be a little bit awkward when you have to send that follow-up text message or whatever it might be to a client of like, hey, can you pay my Venmo, or can you send that money through, or whatever it might be. It's just like not a fun conversation to be having, right? So that's another challenge. And then when people can tend to have like late payments and things because it's not automated, you start getting inconsistent cash flows, which makes it a little bit more challenging for you, particularly if you're a smaller one-person business and you're relying on that income rolling through in a regular basis. All of a sudden, if you're short $500 to $100 to $1,000 in a month for some late payments, that's going to have a negative impact on your business and potentially even your lifestyle as well. Cool. So on the flip side of that, right, what are the benefits of having that? So again, you're going to save time by automating those things, right? So not only are you avoiding those challenging conversations or awkward conversations that I mentioned before, but you're also going to save time by not having to think about, oh, do I have to chase this person up, or I have to send that payment out, right? It's all automated, runs in the background for you, saves you time, gives you time to focus on actually coaching your clients or focusing on finding new clients and growing your business. You can increase your revenue with the strategic pricing as well. So that's a really good one as well. If you have a payment system and you have the ability to have like upgraded tiers or even add-on services that people can do as well, it can provide opportunities for them to auto enroll or self opt into those other packages and bring in that little bit of extra revenue for you. And then again, sort of tying back into a little bit of that awkward conversation as well, it's going to improve the client experience overall, because you're not going to have to like constantly chase people down or bring up that conversation of having to pay when it's automatically debited from an account, right? It's not even something that the client thinks about. They don't have to think like, oh yeah, I'm going to actively choose to pay again and renew for the next month, right? It happens in the background, out of sight, out of mind. And then it just helps with that longer term retention. Cool. So next we'll just talk a little bit about some Everfit terminology, and I'll throw it over to Joey here because he's definitely an expert in this area.
Yep. So with terminology, two main words you're going to hear are going to be the sequences and packages. So the sequences are kind of just what you want to sell, kind of like the products of what you're going to be selling. So anything from programs to any on-demand content, any auto flows or anything like that, that is kind of what those sequences are going to be containing of. And you can create as many sequences as you'd like. So like one sequence could have some on-demand content and one could be a regular program, but you can put multiple sequences inside of the same package just to make it easier for you guys to like mix and match and create new packages really easily. And the packages is kind of how you sell those sequences. So the package is where you're going to set your price, whether you do one-time payments or recurring subscriptions or anything like that. That is kind of where you're going to set up the package, and that's the package is what will be presented on your website, landing page, or anything else like that as well. And again, you can create as many packages as you would like, and each package will have its own custom link. So if you want to do it individually, you can send individual links out, or again, have multiple links posted in the same place to give the clients different options and kind of shop around of your services. Now, selling your programs with that landing page. So when you create those packages, like I said, they will have their own custom link. So when a client clicks that link, it sends them to a really clean, really sleek landing page where they can make that purchase. So with the landing page, it's a super professional and kind of captivating page for the clients to go on. You would kind of set it up completely yourself so you can make it super unique to you and your business. You're adding your own images, your own description of what's included, and obviously that's where all the payment information will be as well. And payment integration we have is with Stripe Express. So that would be sent right to that landing page. They can easily make the purchase and then download the app from there. So it's a really clean, really easy, really seamless process for all of your clients.
One other thing, just with the landing page too, if you were in the or you saw any of our TrueMed partnership stuff that came out, and you're either a US based coach or you're a coach that works with US based clients, that landing page will automatically have that FSA HSA eligibility button that you can your client can click on as well to see if they are in fact eligible for that, which we'll probably show you a little bit later on as well.
And then also with this payments and package system internally on the back end of the platform, you can track of all your finances and really stay organized. So whether it's viewing those key metrics of the whole business, managing multiple subscriptions, or just viewing the key metrics from package to package, it's super easy to see all that. It's really easily displayed on the back end of our platform. So you guys can just make sure you're keeping track of everything all at once, all in the same place. All right, now, Rob, if you have nothing else to add, I can just go ahead and I'll share my screen and show you guys how you can set up these sequences and packages and run you through the promo codes and how to get everything set up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So as Joey's doing that, just wanted to say, so yeah, definitely we're going to take you through like a walkthrough of how to set up sequence packages, all those sorts of things. So definitely follow along with that. And I've seen a few questions drop into the chat as well. If you do have questions, definitely put them in the chat. We will probably hold off towards the end, and then we'll cycle through all of those just in case we answer a few of them as we go. But we are keeping an eye on that, and we'll address those questions towards the end. So definitely keep them coming on through.
All right, so onto the web platform here. First, kind of showing you guys the setup and how you can connect your Stripe account. When you go onto this page, if you have not done anything yet, there's going to be a button here that says connect my Stripe account. When you click that, it'll redirect you to that Stripe page, and there's just step-by-step instructions on how to create your account and connect it to Everfit. So it's not a super difficult process to get that set up. Mine's already set up, so I can't show you the step-by-steps, but again, it'll just redirect you to Stripe, and you can just follow the instructions on that web page. So to start, I'll show you guys creating the sequences. So again, the sequences are just what you want to sell. So when you are creating the sequences, you're going to go ahead and just fill out kind of all these sections here. So first, I'm just going to throw in a quick image so I am able to save this here. So here is where you're going to select exactly what you want to put in that sequence, whether it's an auto flow, studio programs, regular programs, resource collections. If you want a client to automatically join one of the community forums, you can put it in there, or you can put in like workout collections as well. So here is, so if I just wanted to say, sell a 6-week program, I'll go through, and here I'm just selecting from any program I've already built, and you're going to add that into the sequence. Along with that, there are a couple options here. So you can have this sequence initiate on the purchase date, so it'll activate immediately when the client signs up, or you can have it activate on the following Monday. And then along with that, you can have it last a certain amount of time. So if you want to limit the client's access to this content, you can have it set up that way. And you can have the client automatically archived when access expires as well. Just again, to make this whole process from start to finish super automated and super easy for all of you guys. So there we go. Now we have that sequence set up. When we go through and create a package, first thing you're going to do is add in that sequence. So again, the package is how you can sell any of these sequences. So here, 6-week training program. When you're setting it up, again, you can add the images that are super personal to you and your business, so it looks really clean and really sleek for all the clients. You would just give it a quick name, and then add in a description of what's included. So if you're doing like personalized programming, personalized nutrition plans, and 24/7 communication. You can set something like that up, or you can have like a paragraph describing what's inside and how the program is going to be run. So really up to you guys to kind of just be creative and just customize it however you want to, so it can be displayed however you like to for the clients. Once you have the sequence in there, images, and the full description, you can go ahead and set the price. So with the pricing, two main options here. One is the one-time payments, and the other is recurring subscriptions. So the one-time payments, you would obviously just set the price, and you can allow trial periods of 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, or 30 days. You can have it automatically archive the clients when they cancel the trial, and you can allow it to only have the clients sign up for the trial one time, so people don't just keep purchasing or signing up for the trial with a couple different emails for you guys. Also, you can do recurring subscriptions too. So here, if you set this price to $100 a month, you can have it bill them, let's say monthly, or you can do it every couple of weeks. And then with the recurring subscription, similar to the sequences, you can have it end after a certain amount of time. So if you want this package to only last 6 months, you can do that. And again, you can allow those same trial periods with the recurring subscriptions. Once you have it all set up, you would just publish that package and you're good to go. So from there, you can just click share and copy this link and paste it on your website, your social media, or send it out to clients directly. When a client clicks that link, they'll be sent to this landing page where they can fill out all the information and make the purchase. If they're on mobile, it would look something like this. Once a client makes a purchase, they'll receive an email confirming their purchase with a link to download the app. And then once they log into the app, they will automatically have access to everything you've put in that sequence originally. So again, the payments and package system really helps automate the whole onboarding process for all the clients. And then obviously you can have the automatic archive to automate the offboarding of clients too. So if you guys run any like low touch kind of subscription models, this would be great for all of you who don't really want to have contact with a lot of the clients. You can just automate the process from start to finish while giving your clients a really good experience.
Cool. A couple of quick tips too when you're creating a package. Like when Joey was saying the program description, even if you've got some bullet points or some ideas about what to include in there, leverage like the use of AI, put it in there and be like, hey, like make an exciting program description or something so that when a client reads it, they're like, oh, wow, like this is super great. Like I want to buy this and sign up to it, right? So you use those tools at your advantage. And then again, like Joey showed you that preview button as well, where you can obviously see what the client's going to see, and then you can use that to get an idea of what it's going to look like. So maybe you see that and you're like, oh, maybe a more descriptive title is better or something like that, right? So use that to your advantage to make sure that it looks really nice. And if you look at it and think like, I probably wouldn't buy that because it doesn't look very exciting or appealing, maybe that's a good indicator to go through and give it a second run and try and spice it up a little bit and make it a little bit more appealing to your potential user base.
Yeah, definitely. Because again, this would probably be the first thing your clients are seeing about you guys, about what you're selling. So making it super appealing, making it super enticing is definitely a huge plus in terms of getting people to make those initial signups.
For sure. Yeah. And I know that Joey mentioned you can share the link to like on your website, Instagram stuff. If you don't have a website, like this landing page essentially acts as like a really nice website that obviously you don't have to go through and code or anything either, right? Like it gets its own URL. So, it looks and feels a little bit like going to a website for your client when they get to sign up.
Yep, definitely. All right. So on to the promo codes. So when you're adding a promo code, first thing to do is just kind of give it a name. And then here's the code that the customers will put in. So you could do a percentage of discounts or fixed amount discounts, whether you want to do like 50% off, 75% off, or like $25 off of that $100 subscription. If it is a recurring subscription, you can choose if you want it to be off the first purchase or every single purchase, and you can choose an end date. So you don't have to really think about this one too much. Once you set it up, it'll automatically end, and that promo will be expired on April 30th. Make sure to activate the code before you save it, and then you're good to go. So from this, anytime someone goes to buy one of your packages, they can just type in that code, and it will go ahead and apply to that package. And then with the sales analytics, so here, like I was saying, makes it super easy to track everything all in one place, so you don't have to constantly worry about going to Stripe or being on Everfit to figure out any of your revenue or any of the income, where it's coming from. So whether it's a total revenue analytics will be shown here, gross and net revenue. And you can also filter by coaches, packages, or any time frame. With the client analytics, you can see how many clients are archived, new clients in the last 30 days, or total clients all time. Again, and you can sequence, so it's really useful from package to package if you want to select which package to look at. And this package analytics is kind of under the same filtering, just kind of on its own tab. And you can select which package, so you can see exactly how many packages have sold, total, or the total order value as well. On top of this, you can see some analytics from the packages directly. So with this package, with the analytics, you can see active, all, total paid or overdue, and you can have some control over the individual client payments and stuff right here too.
So yeah, thank you again, everybody, for joining. Hopefully this was really helpful. Again, keep an eye out for an email coming through in the next day or so with a link to the slides, the recording, things like that. Otherwise, you can always head to Everfit or academy.everfit.io and check out all of the other educational resources we have as well. But yeah, thanks for everybody and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you all for joining. Have a good day, guys.